Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful day here at Pro Shore Downs. Today we have a wonderful game between the Redmond Runners and the Maricopa Marshals as these two teams set to kick off the second half of the DBL season and potentially start securing some teams for the playoffs just 5 short weeks away. So first up here we have for the Redmond runners Lorenzo Santiago. Santiago batting 375 on the season and up against James Prescott of the Marshals here for his second game of the year. You can see here he earned a win his first game up, and that'll be a quick out to first base. So the Marshals start off strong, and up next will be Ignacio Santiago, designated hitter for the Runners, and he is batting at 342 on the season. Uh, Out of 13 hits, 5 of them have been doubles, so definitely more of a power hitter than a contact hitter. And that'll be another out for the Marshals. And up next, Victor Martinez. Martinez currently on a 9 game hitting streak and looking to extend that here today. You can see of the runners currently playing, he has the highest batting average, batting 606 on the season so far. But he'll have to wait for another roundup as the runners go down in order, and that will bring up our Maricopa Marshals. Up first, who's been really batting in that first slot the entire season, is Mark Collins, slowly getting out of his slump that he was in the first half of the season. Or should really say the first half of the season. He's currently now batting 234 on the season, uh, 11 for 47, and 3 doubles to boot. And he will start off with a single. So just like that, the Marshals are here and ready to play. Let's see if they can get something going. And Collins steals, which is awesome. So coming into today's game, the runners had 25 stolen bases. They are number one for stolen bases in the DBL. And up until just now, the Marshals had 1 stolen base. Ironically, also Collins. So if Collins can get on base, we could have a we could have more steals on our hands. But now they have bumped that number. They've doubled their steals and looking for Ethan Butler to put the ball into play to hopefully score Collins here for an early run. But that'll be right to Martinez for the out. So the Marshals will have 1 runner down. Up next, Kelly Jennings. Jennings now third overall in batting average for the DBL. And so out of all 16 teams, 800 players, Jennings is third in batting average. And she has hit 524 in her last 4 games with 8 RBIs and 4 runs scored, looking obviously to add more to her list this inning. And there you go. She does it in grand fashion. So a 2 run home run for Jennings puts the Marshals ahead 2-0 in the bottom of the first. And coming up behind her is Felipe Torres. Torres is fifth in batting average in all of the West and seventh overall in the DBL. So these two, this pairing, the Jennings Torres pairing for the Marshals, is definitely what is going to get them done uh, for the playoffs. But Torres will ground out to third base, and that will bring up Ivan Pena. Pena batting 278 on the season. Not too bad for mid uh, lineup play there. And he will get on base after a routine ground ball is dropped by Ramirez. So no hit awarded, but an error on the runners continues the inning and brings up Tracy Sutton, who uh, started off the season really great, really strong, leading the DBL, or very close to, at least in the top three. Uh, the DBL in batting average has kind of dropped, pulled back a little bit. Obviously, Jennings and Torres have kind of stepped ahead of her in terms of team wise. But let's see what she has to offer here. Her first time up, and that will be a buzzer right to uh, right field. So that'll be a single for Sutton, and Pena will advance to third on that single. And that will bring up Ricardo Nunez. Nunez, obviously the talk of the town for the Marshals, leading the team in home runs, was in a tight race with Angel Gomez of the Novas for home run leader, but has since kind of given some ground to uh, Gomez. But we're hoping that changes here today. And that will be a single, so not a home run, but an RBI nonetheless. So that will bring Pena home, and the Marshals will add another notch in the scoreboard here in the bottom of the first, and that will bring up Lynette Mark. Mark betting 275 on the season. Talked a lot about Mark and how she has improved in her 3 seasons on the team, and kind of a good solid cornerstone there. But she will ground out to third to end the inning. So the Marshals able to snag 3 runs, 2 of them off a Jennings home run, and we go to the top of the second for the runners. And that will bring up Joan Alvarez. Alvarez betting 333 with 5 doubles. So looking kind of dangerous, but will ground out right to the pitcher. Prescott doesn't even have to, all he has to do is bend down to grab it. So able to get the easy first out there. And that will bring up Gonzalo Leon. Just like Alvarez, batting in the high 300s. Uh, Usually on the single side there. And he will get another one this time up with a fly ball to center field that will drop in front of Tracy. All right, and up next is Claude Carroll. Carroll 258 on the season, 8 hits, but out of those 8 hits, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and a home run. And that will be a pop-up to first base to bring up a Gabriel Ramirez. Gabriel Ramirez, oh, batting 053, 2 for 38. So looking to get out of a slump that's lasted for 10 games here. But they will not do it today or this time up. So they runners manage to get 1 hit, but leave an individual stranded on base. And that will bring up Salvador Ford here, who's definitely in the last uh, 5 games has found his home in the last spot on the lineup. Is batting .400 so far on the season, 2 home runs and a single or a double. So not not a lot of power there, but definitely some contact. And we made contact there, just a hard line drive to Ramirez for the out. But we go to the top of the lineup here and go back to Collins, who started off the game for the Marshals with a single and then earned himself a stolen base. And he will pop out to third, his second time up here. So all the excitement, all the energy used up for the Marshals here in the first. But as long as their pitching holds out and Prescott's able to kind of hunker down, they should be okay. But Butler is able to single, and that will bring up Kelly Jennings, who we have to credit for a home run, and is now tied with Nunez with 4 home runs on the season. Jennings actually leads the Marshals in career home runs, 13, 14 now that she hit that home run. Nunez has 8 career home runs. So with his 4, that would be 12 there for him. So still leading. And she will ground out to second base to end the inning. So the Marshals and the runners have a scoreless second. But we start the top of the third with Randy Warren. And Warren is batting .286 on the season. And will hit a routine fly ball to center field, which is easily snagged by Sutton, to bring up Landon Martinez, who is batting .323 on the season. And another ball right to Sutton there. Again, the Marshals not really having to move around a lot defensively, which is, never a bad thing. And we go to the top of the lineup with Lorenzo Santiago, who grounded out in his first time up. And add that he will ground out as well here in the top of the third to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the third, still 3-0 for the Marshals. And that will bring up Felipe Torres, who popped out in his first time at bat. And he will make up for it this time with a single. So you can kind of see there on the team replay comparison, the Maricopa Marshals have scored 62 runs compared to the 59 runs of the Redmond Runners, and have also hit double the home runs they have. But um, again, a very huge discrepancy with stolen bases. And Pena will strike out. So that will be Marin's first strikeout of the game. As you can see, his first game up, only 2 strikeouts. So already looking at getting close to taking that over. And Sutton will hit a shallow fly ball to right field for the second out. And we'll bring up Ricardo Nunez. And that'll drop right in front of Warren. So Torres able to make it to third. It's definitely becoming apparent that Collins and Torres seem to be the wheels, the speed on the team. So getting them on base, definitely good to do. And that'll be a blooper by Mark uh, that will bring in Torres from third and Nunez to advance to second. So the Marshals now lead 4-0. And next we have Ford will be up. He lined out last inning. And this time he will double and he will drive in 2 runs. So the Marshals have doubled their score. It is now 6-0. Marshals on top, runner on second, and 2 outs. All right, and that's a routine ground ball to first for Collins. So the Marshals 3 runs on 4 hits, and they leave an individual stranded. It is now 6-0 with Prescott holding the runners to a single hit in just 3 innings. And make it 2 hits as the runners get a leadoff double. That was Ignacio Santiago. And now with no outs, Victor Martinez, the ever-present contact hitter, looking to drive in the first run for them, and he will do so with a ground ball that gets through the infield, and Torres is able to cut it off, but that is really just to stop Martinez from advancing. So the runners able to uh, break the shutout and avoid avoid being shut out. But that will be a fly ball to center. So Martinez will stay in second, and that will bring up Gonzalo Leon, who up until now was the only hit for the runners. And he will hit a deep fly ball to left field for an out. And that will bring up Claude Carroll. And Prescott earns his first strikeout of the game. He is able to retire the side without any other craziness happening. So the Marshals will lead off with Ethan Butler, who hit a single his last time up in the second. And he will go 1 for 3 as he hits a ground ball to second base for an easy out. And that will bring up Kelly Jennings. Ooh, and Jennings strikes out. If she would have been a fraction of a second faster, that pitch probably would have left the field for the fifth home run. But as such, Marin has shut down 2 so far in both the innings and in strikeouts. And that will bring up Torres. Ooh, and Torres will be walked. So we have our first walk of the game. So with 2 outs, a runner on first, and Ivan Pena takes the plate. He was Marin's first strikeout victim there in the third. And that'll be another ground ball to third base. So all the oomph and excitement, again, gone after the excitement of the third inning. So hopefully after uh, Prescott does his job, we're able to see the pattern continue with another 3 runs. But before that, we have Randy Warren stepping up with 1 out here in the top of the fifth. And he will hit a fly ball to deep right field. Jennings able to get under it in time, and that'll bring up Landon Martinez. and Martinez will hit a fly ball to Sutton. So the runners also go three up, three down, and the side is retired. Uh, so, as I mentioned, if we're following the established pattern here, looking for 3 runs for the Marshals, let's see if they can keep it going. And they certainly have a good shot as Sutton smashes a ball all the way to the wall. It will drop before we can get a home run, uh, but she is in easily for a double, and that will bring up Ricardo Nunez, who hits a slow ground ball to Ramirez, meaning Sutton has no chance to move. But that'll bring up Lynette Mark. And Mark will hit a fly ball to right field for Warren to grab the easy out. And it's up to Ford to keep us on our uh, 3-run inning pattern here. Well, he'll get one in as he also hits a double this time to center field and is able to bring in Sutton. And that will bring up Collins, who is looking for another hit this game. It won't happen now, but the Marshals able to get 1 run off of 2 hits, but leave an individual stranded in the bottom of the 5th. But we go to the top of the 6th. The score now 1-7 Marshals. And leading off for the runners is Lorenzo Santiago. And Santiago will drop a ball nicely into shallow center field and be on with a leadoff single. And it's interesting to see here, even with all of the runners' steals, uh, they have not. Oh, it looks like they are attempting, and Santiago able to wheel all the way around for the runners to score their second run of the game. And Ignacio Santiago, there is no relation, uh, is on with a no out double. So, and as I was mentioning before, all the excitement there, the runners have yet to even attempt a stolen base so far this game, even though they lead the DBL in steals. So it'd be interesting to see now that they seem to be getting into a flow or a rhythm if we see some stolen bases here once they get some more runners on base. Um, and that will be an out by Alvarez, who is 0 for 3 on the day. And now the runners have 2 outs, a runner on second, and Gonzalo Leon at the plate. And that will be enough. A deep fly ball to center field goes over Sutton's head. Leon in there for a single and able to score from second is Santiago. So the runners put 2 runs on the board. That's a tongue twister in and of itself there. As Claude Carroll takes the plate, and another deep fly ball will drop for a base hit, and Leon not able to get all the way home, but at least get to third and threaten another run for the runners. But that will be a ground ball to third base, fielded by Butler. So the runners earn 4 hits, 2 runs off of 4 hits, but leave 2 left on base. and they chip away at the lead. It is now 3-7. Maricopa still in the lead, but for how much longer has yet to be seen. Because again, if we're following our pattern here, the Marshals, it'll be a rough inning for the Marshals. But let's hope Ethan Butler can prove us wrong there. And Butler is on base with a leadoff double. And it looks like there is work starting in both bullpens as Kelly Jennings takes the plate. And Jennings will go down swinging. So Marin now has 3 strikeouts on the day. And that will bring up Felipe Torres with Butler on second. And Torres will hit a little roller towards the mound. Marin able to make the play. So with 2 outs, Butler's leadoff double seems a little misplaced uh, at the moment. But Pena able to hit a little blooper right in the gap in center field. So he will take first, and Butler will advance to third. And that will bring up Sutton, who is 2 for 3 on the day, singled in the first and doubled in the fifth. And that'll do it. So Butler is able to score from third. Pena is able to advance from third on a hit out to right field. And Sutton able to earn a single and break the scoreless pattern for the Marshals. It is now 8-3 as the Marshals start earning back some of those runs that were lost. And this is a high pop up to foul territory. Warren able to make the play. So 1 run on 3 hits and 2 individuals left on base for Maricopa. We go to the top of the seventh, 8-3. And up next for the runners is Randy Warren. Warren has flew out both times up, once to center field and once to right field. So definitely getting the power, just needs a little bit better placement. No power in that one as it pops up to second base and is an easy out for Collins. And that will bring up Landon Martinez. And Martinez hits a hard ground ball to third base, easily fielded by Butler. And that will bring up Lorenzo Santiago, who singled and was able to score a run last inning, actually. So, all right, we go to the bottom of the seventh. The Marshals leading 8-3. No pitching changes as yet. Um, Again, the relievers are still warming up, still getting loose. Um, but it also seems, aside from the aside from the sixth inning there, that the pitchers have kind of settled down. And another strikeout for Marin. So Marin has now struck out 4 on the day. And that will bring up Mark Collins, who is a 1 for 4. And that'll be a double. So he will be 2 for 5 with 2 outs. And Butler um, at home plate, who's 2 for 4 on the day. He doubled in his last time up and was able to get all the way around. Won't be going anywhere this time, though, as he hits a ground ball to third base. And that will bring us to the top of the eighth. So the Marshals definitely in a good position here coming to the eighth. If the score holds as it is and they do win this game, uh, definitely favorites for the South. And Ignacio Santiago will hit a leadoff single. I would definitely be expecting a steal attempt here. Nope. So Prescott was also thinking that and kept him at the plate. Yes, they are going for extra bases. They need as many bases as they can get. And it looks like that will be it for Prescott as he's given up 2 hits. So let's pause right here for station identification as they switch their pitchers. Alrighty, welcome back. The Marshals have brought in Henry Shelton. Shelton earned a win the last game he pitched in. So hopefully looking to, it won't be, hopefully it won't be a win today. Hoping to add a save or just a tag on there like, hey, you did it. Um, but he'll have to do better than that as he walks Joan Alvarez to bring up Gonzalo Leon. Um, the Marshals, really the best bet for the Marshals here is for a double play. Even though that will bring in a run, it's better than the alternative. A pop-up, even better. So um, easily snagged by Ford. And the runners now have 1 out to contend with. But we can very easily see the Marshals lead disappear here with Carroll. And that is a line drive to left field. Torres is there. He guns it home. Pena able to make the catch. There wasn't, no one was running, no one was moving. But there was no one was taking any chances on that. Um, Gonzalo or Gabriel Ramirez up to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs for the runners. If Gabriel was going to do anything, now would be definitely the time to do it. So far, he is 0-3 on the day, but he will pop up to second base. So the Marshals get out of a very sticky situation. They give up no runs and only 2 hits as they keep it 8-3 as we go to the bottom of the eighth. So what I was saying before all that excitement, if the Marshals win, that puts them 6-4 overall for the season. Usually, what you're looking for is 10 plus to win the division. The Colebrook Cannons were able to, in season 2, win their division 9-9. So 9 wins, 9 losses. But that's just because the that's because the Northeast was struggling that year, uh, big time. But you're really looking for 10, 11 wins to get that, solidify that place. They do still have to contend with the Bricknell Bullets, who are also currently 5-4. But with the run differential, the Marshals have a distinct advantage in that regard. So if the Bullets, the reigning champs, defending champs, if they kind of maintain the same cadence as the Marshals, even with their record, they would still lose out to the tiebreaker there. Torres able to get a base hit there, a single with one out, and that will bring up Pena here. And that is hit right towards Lorenzo Santiago. So Torres didn't even move a muscle. He saw that one happening from a mile away. Oh my goodness! So that was crazy. So a slow grounder to Santiago there to second base. Um, it was an infield hit for Sutton, so not able to make the throw, but he throws anyways. It's a wild throw, so it is a hit for Sutton and an error on Santiago as Sutton takes second and Torres advances to third. So Nunez has a chance to further extend the Marshals' lead here with 2 outs, and he will hit a soft ground ball to first base. So the Marshals are out after a little bit of excitement there. But the real excitement happens now as the Redmond runners are uh, down by 5 in the bottom of or top of the ninth. Um, and I, normally you'd be like, oh, whatever. But we've seen here on Marshall's coverage, uh, 5-run leads disappear in the blink of an eye. So much so is if you take a look, they do have another um, reliever warming up in the bullpen just in case things get hairy. Um, but the first batter will ground out to third base. So Warren is down 0 for 4 on the day, and Landon Martinez, who is 0 for 3 on the day, looking to get the rally for the runners started. And he will not. That will be a deep fly ball to center field, easily nabbed by Sutton. And it looks like Lorenzo Santiago could potentially be the last batter that we um, for the runners. And it won't be as Shelton walks Santiago, or Lorenzo Santiago, um, and that will bring up Ignacio Santiago, who has definitely been really the pain point for the Marshals this entire game. 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, an RBI, and he himself scoring 2 runs. So let's see what he has to offer there. And that'll be a pop-up to the catcher. So the final score is Maricopa 8, Redmond 3. The Marshals hang on to first place and break their flip-floppy win-lose, lose-win streak and have earned their first 2-win streak of the season. So keep it here. Next time we'll be back on Monday at 3:30 p.m. with more Maricopa Marshals baseball.